Families. My name is Alina Das. I am very proud to be Ravi's friend, colleague, and his lawyer. And I'm here to report, as you can see, that we are very grateful and humble that Ravi is here with us. He was able to check out of that appointment and to be returned to his family. We know from what we saw from loved ones that we talked to there that not everyone is that lucky. And that there are people there right now who are facing redetention and deportation. However, we are saddened by the news that we received in the check-in appointment, where they asked Ravi to come back in 1 month to check in again and to make efforts to get a travel document. We don't know what this means. Ravi does have a stay of removal that is in place and remains in place until 2018. So we are deeply saddened that he is being asked and his family is being asked to go through this fear and this uncertainty once again in just 1 month. We went into that appointment. Ravi's supporters and even his own amazing wife, Amy Gottlieb, was not allowed. Amy, who's been holding it down for so long, was not allowed to go into that meeting with us. And to see the tears streaming down her face as we exited, to know what it means, both that Ravi is able to come out, but that he has to go right back in again in 1 month, just demonstrates how horrific the system can be, and that we still hope that people will do the right thing, that people will be given discretion, that there will be due process, and that people like Ravi will be allowed to remain with us. And with that, I want to turn it to over to others who really want to speak and express their incredible support for this man, and of course to Ravi himself.
Yeah. Can we give it up for Ravi and his courage and his wife, please? I want to thank him for allowing me to be a part of this. What I saw up there was crazy. It was the most un-American thing I've seen in a very long time. It is one thing to hear about people with no legal representation. It is another thing to see a room full of terrified people facing deportation with no legal representation at all. I saw grandmothers who were here for 45 years, grandmothers in bracelets, single parents with their children, waiting to find out whether they're going to be deported or not. I don't want to hear anything about whether they're undocumented or not. If they were facing a criminal trial, they will be given legal representation. Someone needs to explain why, if they're facing deportation, there is no legal representation. I would not have seen that with my own eyes if it wasn't for Ravi Ragbe. And I want to say thank you so much. We have so much work left to do. It's an emotional scene up there. I'm calling on the mayor. I'm calling on the governor. I'm calling all of our elected officials to take time out of their day at some point to come and see what's going on here. I'm calling on Republicans, even the Cheeto Orange man himself, to come to places like these check-in centers and look in the eyes of these families and call them illegal aliens to their face. Go see what's happening there. It is a tragedy. It is un-American. There are people on Twitter, there are people on Facebook who are talking about things that they haven't seen in rooms that they've never been in. These are human beings. They should have legal representation at the very least. They should not be being deported like chattel slavery, like animals. That's what's happening up there. It is a terrifying, terrifying scene. But I thank God that there are people like Ravi Ragbe, who is a beacon in what's going on here. And I am ready for marching orders, Ravi. I'm ready for marching orders. Yeah. God bless.
Are we Ravi?
Yes.
Who are we?
Ravi.
Who are we?
Ravi.
Will we be divided?
No.
Will we be united?
Yes.
Will we become stronger, united than ever? Because from this crowd to your crowd, what we have seen is the white, the black, the Asian, the Latino, saying, President Trump, your grandfather were immigrants, born and raised in another country. That's what we are saying. But let me share one thing inside the room. All New Yorkers of immigrants waiting to be deported, they were black, they were Asian, and they were Latinos.
Yeah.
This is one thing that is happening there too. So we need to build this coalition where our brothers, white, black, Asian, gay, straight, Jewish, Catholics, Irish, we saying we are united. And we're building this city. But this city, and Muslim too, but this city, right now, we need $67 million to guarantee that every person there waiting to be deported have a lawyer. The mayor and the speaker were there with us. Great leader, great applause to the speaker. Today, New York City is leading the effort, providing a lawyer to everyone who is detained in this city. However, we have to complete that effort. And that effort has to be completed. And I call to our friend, Mayor de Blasio, let's work together. Let's identify $67 million so that everyone there and Robbie have a great team of lawyers. It doesn't matter where Robbie ends. He's a leader. He's a leader for social justice. He has a right to stay here. But himself and many of us, it doesn't matter if we go back to Asia, Latin America. We are committed to build a world of social justice. But there were so many people there. They didn't have a lawyer for the Northern Manhattan Immigration Coalition, for the NYU, for no other city. They went there by themselves, with their children sitting in the legs. That's a crime.
Yeah.
President Trump, you gotta be crazy. So para mí, como inmigrante, hoy Robbie es un héroe. Su esposa también. No importa dónde ellos están. Lo pueden enviar donde sea, pero el derecho de ellos estar aquí. They are the voice of the voiceless. They are the voice of those immigrants who live in fear, who they think that they are inferior, that they don't have the right, and they contribute billions of dollars to our economy. So hoy estamos aquí diciendo, esta nación hecha por inmigrantes tiene un líder. Y para mí es un placer de nuevo estar con ustedes. Now, Senator Gustavo Rivera.
I stand with Robbie. And I stand with Robbie because long before I walked into that room, he was the one that sat me down and told me the stories of the individuals that I might have never realized had to go through this. I went into that room and I saw neighbors, I saw friends, I saw family members. These are the folks that work at the corner store right next to you on the train. These folks are not dangerous. These folks do not threaten anyone. And yet each one of them sat in there with a look on their face because they did not know if they would be able to come back outside.
Wow.
So I'm here today standing with Robbie, but I want you all to do me a favor right now. I want you to get your damn calendars out. Because a month from now on April 11th, they're going to try to do it again. And we got to make sure that just like today, because I have a sense, my friends, that part of the reason why Robbie's standing with us today is because all of you are here. Because they saw this. And they know that this is not something, sadly, there are dozens of people up there right now and hundreds of walking through every day who don't have that capacity to bring these folks out. So we have to make sure we remember all of them. And on April 11th, we have to come back here. Because on April 11th, they're going to try to do it again, but we're not going to let them. So you stand with Robbie, I stand with Robbie. Let's make sure that we continue to do it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Peace and greetings. I am so honored and humbled to be here right now in this moment, this incredible moment, to stand with Ravi and everyone who's out here standing with him. We all encircled the building 7 times with our heart in our throats. And we are so relieved right now that Ravi has come out and he's joined us. But the struggle, my brothers and sisters, continues. We must come out on April 11th, and we must do what we did today, and we must increase our numbers, not double, but triple or quadruple, because we refuse to allow this to happen to an incredible member of our community. Ravi has stood up for every undocumented immigrant in this city and has worked diligently and hard to bring safety and security to families. And now it is our turn to give back to Ravi and his family. I've known Ravi for 12 years because we share a home together, Judson Memorial Church, where my organization, the Muslim Community Network, also lives there. We've broken bread together. We've cried together. And I tell you right now, my brothers and sisters, we will have a victory together. Woo! And that victory will be to have Ravi become a United States citizen like everyone else in this great land. We must remember that this is the United Immigrants of the United States. Yes, the United Immigrants of the United States. We all came from somewhere, and we made this nation what it is today. And so I stand with you all in solidarity, and I stand with you to say the fight is not over. We need to be out on the streets every day, every week, every month, every year for the next 4 years, brothers and sisters. And I also want to say that we must work together to make sure that the Muslim ban that has now been window dressed to be something more acceptable, which is totally unacceptable, must be challenged. So tomorrow, on the steps of Brooklyn Borough Hall, where the Bodega strikers convened, they're convening again tomorrow for a rally starting at 1 p.m. with the Islamic prayer service, and 2 to 4 is a rally. I ask each and every one of you to come out and stand with me and my community and the 6 other countries that are under siege. And I rest assured, my brothers and sisters, it's 6 countries today. It could become 12 countries, 24 countries, if we do not stop this cycle of bigotry and religious profiling in our country. So please join us tomorrow for the Muslim ban at 1 o'clock at Brooklyn Borough Hall. That's when the prayer service starts, but the rally will be between 2 and 4. Rain or shine, we will be out in the streets. Thank you all, and God bless you. And Ravi, where's Ravi?
Ravi.
And Amy.
Yeah, Amy and Ravi.
I need to just like...
Ravi, 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 Ravi.
I'm so happy to see you come out. We're going to be with you, Ravi. We're going to be with you every moment through your struggle. Rest assured. Thank you.
So I'd like to ask Ravi's wife, Amy, to actually come speak.
Thanks, Alina. Okay, sorry. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who's here today. Thank you to every single one who's here today. It's extraordinary to have this level of support. I gotta just give a shout out to the amazing Alina Das and Ria Trivedi, our lawyers from the NYU Clinic, and all of the previous lawyers who are here. Many of you are here in the crowd today, who got us to this place, and our like super kick-ass defense committee. I don't even know where you're all hiding, but we've got organizers working with us who made all of this happen today, all the logistics, all the support. and they helped support me and Ravi through this nightmare, because it is a nightmare. And going into that place, as you've heard from our elected officials, our leaders, it's a miserable place to be. Right. It is miserable, scary, sad, awful. Last year, I cried. Last year, I had a breakdown. This year, I cried again, because we don't want to live under this pressure. We don't want them to keep stomping and saying we're in control. We need to take back control. Ravi and I need to have control of our lives. We all need to have control of our lives, and to be able to live with dignity and respect, and not with this fear that they're just going to change their minds one day. So I am only able to be here standing because of every single one of you who are with us. The number of messages I've gotten from you all, the support that we've gotten, we are just so incredibly grateful. And thank you, and I'm thrilled that Ravi is here with us right now. But it sucks that we have to go back in April. So thank you all again.
Thank you.
And please join us for lunch at Trinity Church if you're available.
Ravi!
I actually would want I will say a few things that I don't really want to speak. It's really hard coming out from that space, but I want to have the bishop speak about what he heard, what he saw happen there. You've heard the city council and the state senator speak about what they've seen. This is the first time they've gone into that space and they see the horror of that space. I need to pass it on, because it's really heartbreaking to talk about it. And but Bishop later.
It is great that we are here standing with Ravi, elected officials, the community, and faith leaders. Many faith leaders are here. We are informed by our faith. And our faith tells us this is a moral issue, that we should not vex a stranger. We should welcome our visitors, as we have done as a nation for 200 years. Going into that room with Ravi, I'm not even sure how I felt. Angry, pain, to see so many of our brothers and sisters being put through unnecessary pain, unnecessary struggle. This is not right. This should not happen, and we should not allow it to happen. And I'm so grateful for our elected officials who are here, and we're going to challenge them to go back to City Hall and find the money. It's a matter of budget priority. Find the money so that people can have proper representation. At the end of the day, they're our neighbors. At the end of the day, they're our family members, and we have to stand with them. Many of us think it doesn't affect us. We don't stand with them today, they're going to come after us tomorrow. And so we are all in this together. And finally, the answer is, I haven't heard it today, we need comprehensive immigration reform. That's the answer. For not only Ravi, but for 12 million who live in this country, support the economy of this country and the country where they're from. Hard-working human beings. We need immigration reform. God bless you.
The bishop said comprehensive immigration for the 12 million people. Well, immigration is a natural process, and there will be people who are migrating in the future as they have migrated in the past. So as part of our goal and objective of changing policy, we need to look at the future. We need to look at the generations that will be coming here or leaving here, and that there's safety in this migration. So not just immigration reform for now, but immigration reform for the future. But we are going to have lunch at Trinity Church, which is on Broadway, and we'll be walking towards Trinity Church, but they asked us to come at 1 o'clock. So it's 11:30. It's a long. We were expecting to be inside here a long time, at least 2 hours, and so this is why the arrangements were made in this fashion. But so we should stay here. We have a number of artists who want to perform, who will lead us in chants and lead us in music. So because we need to know each other. We look around, you will see different people from different places. You will see people from Boston here. You will see people from Connecticut here. You will see people from New Jersey here. I don't know if you'll see anyone from Staten Island here, but that doesn't count, right?
Yes, Staten Island in the house.
Staten Island here. Okay, I'm sorry. We will call Staten Island. But I still want to have our minister talk, and then I will share with you how I feel. Hopefully I can do that, and I can say it without breaking down. So Reverend Donna Scarpa, the co-founder of New Sanctuary, who has been there stepping in with me daily throughout this process. Donna?
What a day. What a day. Have any of you ever noticed how much Robbie looks like Jesus? As his dear friend for over a decade now, my office is here and his office is there, and we see each other all the time, every day. And I'm here to tell you that he's really not Jesus. We all are, exactly, someone said. I just want to make sure that this movement, right at this pivotal moment in the New Sanctuary movement in New York City, has two ideas in its mind. The first is that sanctuary is broadly conceived. We're doing sanctuary right now. The accompaniment of Ravi today by all of you is sanctuary. And religious institutions cannot not do sanctuary. Do you hear me? So if somebody wants to sneer and politicize and make that a sanctuary kind of word, any people of faith or people of no faith need to protect it and hang on to the word. So in our 10 years plus as an organization, the New Sanctuary Movement, we have said that sanctuary is moral, spiritual, financial, sometimes physical, always support and welcome for immigrants. We are not here to tolerate immigrants. We are here to welcome them because they give so much. The second piece is that New Sanctuary in New York started to protect people who had prior records, people who were in trouble. And we were not just protecting them from unjust laws of double jeopardy and having to pay twice for one crime. We were also protecting the